All right, aloha kako. My name is Dawn Sueoka, and I'm the Congressional Papers Archivist at the University of Hawaii at Manoa's Hamilton Library. The Hawaiʻi Congressional Papersʼ Collection consists of the papers of Hawaii's congressional delegation from statehood to the present. So some of the collections that are currently open for research include the papers of Senator Hiram Fong, Daniel Inouye, and Spark Matsunaga, as well as the papers of Representatives Tom Gill and Pat Saiki. Altogether, these collections consist of almost 3,000 boxes representing Hawaii's 20th and 21st century political history. Since this year's History Day theme is communication in history, I've put together a really small collection focusing on speeches, since those are some of the most widely recognized and also memorable forms of political communication. So what I've done is I've selected a handful of notable speeches from our collection that represent a range of issues, for example, local issues, national issues, and international issues, as well as a range of time periods and audiences. And the idea is really just to, help your students get started thinking about this particular form of political communication. For example, how might a speech that intends to convince people of something be different from a speech that intends to inspire people? How might a speech that's given to an audience of fellow lawmakers be different from a speech that is given to an audience of constituents? Okay, so this is the UH Manoa Library's main website, and to get to the collection of speeches, you're going to click Research and then Research Guides. And this is going to take you to a list of research guides that are classified by subject. And each of these guides will connect you to books, periodicals, databases, digitized materials that relate to all of these different subjects. And the reason why I wanted to bring you this way was that I think that some of the Hawaii and Pacific research guides may be useful to you and your students as they start to do research for their projects. So the one we're looking for is this one here, Hawaiʻi History Day. And the first page of this guide just has some general information about the guide and about the collection. The speeches themselves are located on this second tab here that says 2020. There's a little bit of information about speeches, and then here are the specific speeches. And for each speech, I've tried to provide, the name of the person who's speaking, the location that the speech was given, and the date that the speech was given, as well as a little bit of contextual information about the particular issue that the speech addresses. And in some cases, I was able to find drafts of these speeches, so those are included in the PDFs as well. The drafts are really exciting and significant to me because they really kind of illuminate this idea of political communication, and they really show the intention and care that goes into crafting these messages for these particular audiences. For example, let's scroll down here. This is a speech given by Senator Matsunaga in 1987, introducing legislation that would provide reparations for Japanese Americans who were interned during World War II. And you have the final speech here, or as close to the final as we have, because as you know, people can sometimes deviate from the printed speech while they're delivering the speech. And then below it is the draft, where you can really see these ideas start to take shape. So I hope this was helpful and useful. I'm working from home, but don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to do whatever I can to assist you remotely. So mahalo.